Osama Bin Laden is dead. Thousands of angry protesters have taken to the streets in Pakistan to demonstrate against the United States raid on Bin Laden's compound. ABC correspondent Philip Williams is in Islamabad.
Throughout Pakistan, the anger boiled over. And while the protests weren't as large or as widespread as expected, they were no less passionate, some warning they'll take up the fight against America themselves.
There will be hundreds of Osama in future to destroy America.
While Osama Bin Laden's death upset some here, many more are outraged over what they say is a violation of sovereignty.
And if this thing happens next time, we must be prepared for that.
To shoot down American helicopters?
Definitely. On our soil. If they violate our sovereignty, we have a right to shoot them down.
In the city of Abbottabad, signs praising Bin Laden have been painted over and the arrests have begun of people suspected of supporting him. Details of his life here, reportedly extracted from surviving family members, point to a man who's been in surprisingly good health and that he lived in a nearby village for more than 2 years before 2005. If true, that will add pressure on a government increasingly regarded with contempt.
They're not producing any positive results and they're a failure. So I think there is a sense of despondency and anger.
For many here who refuse to believe the al-Qaeda leader was dead, postings on a jihadist website appear to confirm it. Al-Qaeda said his death will be avenged and called on Pakistanis to rise up against their government. And just 4 days after the raid in Abbottabad, a US drone has launched another attack on suspected militants in Pakistan, leaving at least 15 dead. That will add to the fury here. Eventually, both governments will paper over their differences because they need each other. But restoring faith at the street level here in Pakistan will be a far more challenging task. Philip Williams, ABC News, Islamabad.
It was a thank you on behalf of the nation from a grateful president. Barack Obama's wrapped up a momentous week with a private briefing from the Navy SEAL team that killed Osama Bin Laden. As he joined a rally with US troops, new pictures emerged from the White House of the president and his team immediately after Bin Laden's death. ABC North America correspondent Craig McMurtry reports.
At Kentucky's Fort Campbell Army Base, Barack Obama received a rapturous welcome.
Hello, Fort Campbell!
More than 2,000 soldiers crammed into a hangar to hear their commander-in-chief.
It was a chance for me to say on behalf of all Americans and people around the world, job well done.
The US president met privately with members of Navy SEAL Team 6 who carried out the secret mission on the Bin Laden compound. They gave him a blow-by-blow briefing using a scale model of the complex and photos.
They practiced tirelessly for this mission, and when I gave the order, they were ready.
The White House has released some behind-the-scenes video of the reaction in the West Wing when news broke that the high-risk mission had succeeded. The president congratulates CIA Director Leon Panetta.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm proud of it. You guys did a great job.
They did.
Vice President Joe Biden phones congressional leaders.
The reason I'm calling is to tell you we killed it.
There are also new details of the elaborate surveillance operation mounted by the Central Intelligence Agency. The CIA maintained a safe house near the compound for months, logging daily activities in and around the fortified complex. That surveillance cost tens of millions of dollars.
And God bless the United States of America.
After the restraint of Ground Zero, it was a more assertive Barack Obama at the Kentucky Army Base. The president called the mission one of the greatest military operations in American history, and he promised that the US will defeat the al-Qaeda network Osama Bin Laden has left behind. Craig McMurtry, ABC News, Washington.
Syrian